The national security advisors of Iran, Russia and 5 Central Asian countries held security talks in India's capital, New Delhi. The national security advisors and secretaries reiterated their support for a peaceful and stable Afghanistan, expressed concern over the security situation in the country, condemned attacks in Kunduz, Kandahar and Kabul, called for an open and inclusive Afghanistan government, and expressed concern over the worsening humanitarian condition in the country. And in the latest, the National Security Advisor of India, Ajit Doval, met Nasrullah Rahmat John Mahmood Zoda, the Security Council of Tajikistan. The Tajikistan diplomat further expressed concern about terrorism and drug trafficking in Afghanistan. The Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi also met the NSAs of the 7 countries who are in New Delhi. Earlier in the day, the Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval said that what happens in Afghanistan has implications not only for its citizens but also for neighboring countries.
We are meeting today to discuss matters relating to Afghanistan. We all have been keenly watching the developments in that country. These have important implications not only for the people of Afghanistan, but also for its neighbors and the region. This is the time for close consultations amongst us, greater cooperation and interaction and coordination among the regional countries.
Iran called for the formation of an inclusive government, while Russia said it hoped the talks would carry forward the process of making Afghanistan a stable region.
Afghanistan is involved in terrorism, poverty and misery, unfortunately. Basically, in Afghanistan, you have just crisis, the crisis of migration and refugees. And the solution comes only through the formation of an inclusive government with the participation of all ethnic groups, and therefore we hope we would be able to determine who would be the fourth, where and who would host the 4th round, and also we would be able to come up with ideas with what mechanism we can resolve the issues in Afghanistan.
I expect that today we will be able to make another step forward in elaborating common measures of ensuring national security and maintaining regional stability. I wish us all a productive day.
Our correspondent Anas Malik, who is in Kabul right now, said that the Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid he asked Zabihullah Mujahid what his expectations were from the Delhi meeting, who said that he looked forward to positive outcomes from the talks.
Meeting in India on Afghanistan that's ongoing today, without Afghanistan in participation, how do you see this meeting and what are your expectations?
I've answered on the India talks question earlier too. This conference is for Afghanistan and regional stability because our neighbors are thoughtful and concerned about Afghanistan and its governance matters. And we hope that in this conference, the talks on security and economy would be in positive aspect for us, because this is beneficial for all the countries. And about the governance is good, security situation is under control, and there is peace. And we request all neighboring countries for assistance given the economic situation. The important thing to note is that Islamic Emirate does not want its soil to be used against anyone, nor will allow anyone to do so. We look forward to positive developments through these talks.
Let's go straight across now to our principal diplomatic correspondent, Siddhant Sibal, who's joining us with more on these developments. These talks coming ahead of the Delhi Regional Security Dialogue and the humanitarian crisis in Afghanistan was what dominated the discussions. Bring us more about what you are picking up on what was discussed.
Well, one of the biggest outcomes of this meeting, the Delhi Regional Security Dialogue, was the fact that NSAs of 8 countries met here in Delhi today and discussed Afghanistan on Indian soil. That sends out a message that how India considers itself a key stakeholder and has sent out this message, especially to the regime there in Kabul. We saw the Delhi Declaration as well, which essentially points out at three important things. One is the humanitarian issue, secondly is the issue of terrorism, and thirdly on the formation of an inclusive government that also translates to giving fundamental rights to women, minorities and children. We know when it comes to humanitarian issues, there is specific mention as to the fact that countries should not halt this effort. We know that India has sent a proposal to send humanitarian aid via Pakistan, something that hasn't seen any response as such from Islamabad. But also, essentially, this is the second such major statement by India in terms of India facilitated statement in terms of Afghanistan since the Taliban takeover. The first was when India was the president of the United Nations Security Council in the month of August, and we saw the resolution 2593 being passed, and that also talking about commitments that Taliban needs to make when it comes to making sure that Afghanistan should not become a terror safe haven. But largely, we know that other than this important meeting, the Indian NSA had 5 key bilaterals with Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and today with Russians, with Kazakhs and with the Iranians. In all these bilaterals, humanitarian issue and how to make sure that these countries can work together to have a consensus of an evolving regional security architecture can be the major outcome. So essentially this is an evolving process, and we can expect more such engagements by New Delhi with the regional partners and allies when it comes to dealing with the situation in Afghanistan.
Right, thanks very much, Siddhant, for getting us those updates. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.